Okay, so we're back. In this video, we're going to talk about the video called Should We Have Bought the Truck? And the link to that video is going to be above Chris Robertson's head. If you have not seen that video, please go ahead and watch it. Basically, running down what happened, Chuck Cooper basically said, for the money that we were spending, because once again on the agenda was another $334,000. I think they changed it and upped it up to $500,000, $500,000 to do 27 miles more of ice pigging.
In my subdivision.
Yeah, basically. And Chuck was saying, for the amount of money we've spent already for ice pigging, couldn't we have bought a truck and just kept it here and done it ourselves over and over again? It kind of makes sense to me. What do you guys think, Brandy?
Well, I think yes. And I think that buying an ice pigging truck would be beneficial in more than one way. Not only could we
generate revenue,
we could clean our own pipes, but then once we're done with it, we could lease it out to other municipalities that are having other, similar issues.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And make it, a money maker for this city. I don't understand how that's difficult to wrap your head around, but apparently it is.
We like to spend a lot of money on businesses that are supposed to make more money. I mean, buying properties that are supposed to be in the business that we don't know anything about. So at least it could be something that helps our community first, like it should, and then try to make money on it. I'm thinking that might be a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, just look at Harmony, they're having issues now,
Yeah.
and we could have easily, helped
that
them as well.
Our neighbor to
And-
the east.
and the other thing
Winter
is-
Springs, I know they're having all kinds of issues with their water. I'm sure that would probably help them out at some point.
And the other thing was, remember when we were years ago, God, it's been that long, when we were first doing that, they said they had to take a 6-month time frame that they had to stop working on our stuff so they could go to other places.
And come back.
What would that 6 months have done for us? So that I know they don't care about the time that it's taken
That's
for all
true.
of this, but it really matters. 6 months matters to us. That's 6 months more we're drinking that water.
Yeah.
So that truck could help with that too.
All right, Chris, what do you think?
I mean, at this point in time, it's apples to oranges. I mean, like, to me, after, like I said, I'm a big picture person. As much as they've spent so far to put BandAids on things, why didn't we just do the right thing and change a whole thing?
Every single time, time and time again, do the right thing the first time.
I mean, I completely understand where Councilman Cooper's coming from, and I don't think that's far off. I think it wouldn't have been a bad idea. Like we said, you and I, when we were walking out, we're like, that could generate some revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who knows, it could also, maybe you could find another way to utilize it. Who knows? We have hurricanes here. Maybe it's a good way to kind of help. I don't know, but at this point in time, it's just frustrating. It's just another dollar, another Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Another Band-Aid. They
Right.
can't take the big step and just fix something for all.
I want to know what we're going to do next. I want to know what's going to be
What's
the
plan
suture
B?
that closes this up.
We've been asking for
Right.
Plan B for
You know,
3
right,
years.
I know.
Right.
That's a birth control.
Now, you had brought up something that
We
was
get rid of that?
interesting that Councilwoman Matheny had said during
Oh, yeah.
the meeting, and it wasn't in the
Yeah.
clip, about, maybe not being able to ice pig pipes over and over
Right.
again. And then Chris had said something earlier about the last video that we talked about, which was the hydrant video. Chris, do you elaborate on that?
They can't be done more than once. Did you
Yeah,
see
that
that?
maybe,
Well, yeah, my fear is looking at that video, obviously that's not resin. The resin
Yeah.
is the orange. We all know what that looks like by now.
Right.
That coming out of the hydrant for 25 minutes or so of that black, I'm worried that that's possibly coming from the ground. Maybe the over ice pigging has possibly caused some holes to be
pipes.
created in the
Holes.
pipes. I don't know. How else does that get in our pipes? How does that get into
It's a
our water
lot
system?
too. It wasn't just a
lot.
little bit.
Because if the water plant is acting properly, it comes out of the well, it gets treated, it goes through the polisher after the Mike's resin treats it, and we're supposed to have good, clear, clean drinking water. And I don't know how that gets into it. So, and I don't think the city knows how. That's the part that really bothers me. But let me say that the governor just signed the budget, and nowhere in there is there a possible solution on how to fix our water. So why? We have high-profile lobbyists that work for us here at the city.
Yes, we do.
So why was this not one of our asks? Why didn't we not go to the state and say, we have a problem here, our citizens are drinking?
Well,
Something
didn't Bill say that he went through Darren Soto or something.
Well, that's
and,
Congressman Soto about something. That's talking about the MyX plant and
and replacing
yeah, that's
it.
something totally different. I'm talking about our immediate
But
issue.
Help us.
State-
What's
Help
going
us.
right now?
Or a
That
crisis.
right there,
Right.
It's a
they
crisis.
should have said, "Hey, state, we need help."
This is a
Yeah.
crisis.
Yeah.
I don't
And you don't even need to go to
understand.
the federal
Yeah.
government level.
Right.
We get money out of the state
Right.
and say, "Okay, can we get money to buy an ice picking machine?"
Well, that was
That should have been in the budget.
Well,
that
that's
should
kind
have
of my
been.
point.
Instead,
We
we
got
had a
seaplane
seaplane
base.
base.
That's what I
Right,
said.
we had a
The seaplane
seaplane
base.
base,
Absolutely
which
insane.
unfortunately Governor DeSantis did not veto.
well, but here's the thing. That's why I mentioned when I went up there and I said, I'm seeing ball field fences, which I'm okay with. It's nothing to do with them. It was literally the first thing I could look down and focus on. And that's why I said, anytime I see things like a seaplane base, like that's ridiculous. Anytime I see dollars being spent anywhere other than fixing my
This is a
border.
crisis.
Now I understand that the city manager wanted to explain to me how budgeting works. I understand that. I totally
Yeah.
do. I've also heard of reallocation. My mom used to be the payroll supervisor for Osceola County for a very long time. I understand how that works. But what I'm saying is, when you're in a time of a crisis, it is, and it's a crisis.
This is
Is
a
it to
crisis.
people like us who experience this water issue? It's a crisis. That's why I say it's criminal.
I
think it is too.
guarantee if we had asked the state and if it got passed to purchase an ice picking machine, it would not have been vetoed. We need to fix,
Yeah.
and I believe the
I mean,
state would
God,
step in and
seaplane
help
base to
us.
go through them.
And-
I should hope that would.
And you brought up something too that you did question City Manager Sturgeon about the $25 million earmark he was trying to get from Representative or
Soto.
Congressman Soto.
So,
And he did mention that did not happen.
Yeah.
So, and that was totally to move us off the MyX Resin system.
but they got a grant for something else, and earmark, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it went to something else, is what he said.
But it's so frustrating. Again.
Well, again, if the MyX is safe, they keep telling everybody.
Then why are they
why do
replace
we
the whole
need to
system?
spend
If it's
$25 million
fixed,
to
right.
get off of
If
it?
it's fixed, if the mayor
That's
fixes it
why
once and for all.
there's a lack of transparency. You can't have your cake and eat it too. So
Yeah.
tell us the truth. What's wrong?
I mean,
with
I
that?
honestly plan to sit down with. I plan on utilizing them and meeting with them. I mean, because my ultimate goal is, I don't care if it takes you and I researching or any of us researching. We ultimately have to
Wanna
go
get
for
it
this.
fixed.
They know that. We need to come up with another